afternoon and welcome back to Inside the Paddock. Welcome back to Silverstone, where we have just witnessed a pretty interesting, pretty frenetic MotoGP qualifying session that has resulted in this man, Jorge Martin, the World Championship leader, Martinator, taking pole position for the second time this year. He's been telling us for a good 6 weeks now that I don't feel like I should be in contention for the World Championship. And then for the past month, since he took control of the World Championship at the Saxon Ring, that I don't feel I deserve to be World Championship leader. Well, that lap, his very last lap of that Q2 session, was the sort of thing that you see from World Championship leaders and World Championship contenders. Brilliant stuff from Jorge Martin to take top spot and cruelly deny Raul Fernandez of a first MotoGP pole position. It is yet again another front row start for Raul, but the wait must go on for the Spaniard to be able to start a MotoGP Grand Prix from the very front of the grid. Still, I'm not sure he's going to be too disappointed. Top job again by him, and top job again by the Superfile Trackhouse racing team. Second and third on the grid as they look for yet another double podium. Ayagura, the step he has taken on a Saturday morning, evident now ever since he cracked that. He has been there every single weekend, and that run of very, very consistent, very, very impressive results looks like continuing. Third on the grid for Agura, which means you might be asking, where is yesterday's new all-time lap record setter and pace setter, Marco Bezzecchi? Fifth in the end, middle of the second row of the grid for Bez, who I feel may well be ever so slightly disappointed, and it's not better than that he has rounded out qualifying as the slowest of the Aprilias. The Ducatis are in there again. It's that top seven that we've been speaking about all weekend. Excellent job by Fabio Di Gianantonio to take fourth on the grid, front in that second row at the fastest of the Ducatis. Marc Marquez dug deep to take sixth. And I imagine Alex Marquez, the man who has an excellent record around this place, will be the most disappointed of anybody. Third row of the grid and seventh for him, which means he will have to do a lot of work from there. As you see, Agura, smile on face, lap sheet in hand, trudging his way up the stairs and into his office. Should have had eyes in the back of my head there to be able to spot him. But we spoke to I in Parc Fermé, and he said, difficult session. Didn't come to him very naturally, that lap time. He had to work at it. He had to really graft to be able to get onto the front row of the grid. But he feels much more settled, much more comfortable when we go into race trim, as you feel is always the case with Agura. So don't be ruling him out, even though he was playing down his chances in Parc Fermé. Martinator, Jorge Martin, though, looks phenomenal. They've taken a big step overnight. He was arguably the slowest of the Aprilias yesterday, but the work they've done overnight have really transformed his feeling on the RSGP. We saw in the free practice 2 session this morning what he was able to do, laying down some very, very good laps with about 15, 16 laps on the front tyre. We know how important the front tyre is here with the amount of fast-flowing corners. So, Martin, you feel as though, seems obvious to say given the fact he's starting from pole position, but he's going to be a red-hot favourite for the sprint. But as we know in MotoGP, things are never as simple as that. It does feel as though the Aprilias have that small edge, but the Ducati's battling hard to stay with him and try and make it as difficult as possible. As we see Francesco Guidotti here. I was chatting to him on the pit wall during that session. We'll see Francesco very quickly. He's just going to have a word with some of our Sky Italia colleagues. But I'll get a quick roundup, if I can, very quickly. Good day for the team so far.
Yeah, so far, pretty good. Yeah, we missed the pole for 20 millis, but it's still in the Aprilia house. So, yeah, so far, so good.
And both guys, it looks as though on the timesheets, pretty comfortable when it comes to race trim as well.
Yeah, since yesterday, they had immediately a good feeling and a good race pace. Of course, from yesterday to today, something has changed. But looks that we are still performing. So, yeah, let's wait for the sprint and let's try to get out the best for today.
Changing the feeling on track this morning, maybe with the slightly cooler temperatures, or what do you think that is?
Yeah, maybe yesterday afternoon there was a little bit more temperature on the ground, and this morning the first part of the practice we were more keen to understand for the race pace. But once was the moment to push for the lap time, then something can change because they were really on the limit. The lap time was crazy, and yeah, let's see. We're happy so far anyway.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
There we go. Good to chat with Francesco Guidotti. And there is a disappointed Justin Marks, a slap of the thigh to have missed out on pole position. But I'm sure Justin will be pleased not only to be here this weekend, but to have his team performing at the level that they are this weekend. And interesting what Francesco was saying there about the differences in temperatures. Yesterday was arguably the best conditions around Silverstone that these guys will ever experience. Blazing sunshine, no wind, tarmac was perfect, offering all kinds of grip. Normally with the chilly temperatures, with a little bit of winds that can blow around here as well, that left-hand side of the front tyre is critical and it requires a bit of caution. But yesterday, the temperature generated on the left-hand side in particular gave them so much confidence to be able to flow. And maybe this morning, when they were trying to get an idea of how the bike would behave in race trim, that slightly cooler temperature in comparison to how good they felt yesterday will have felt a little bit alien and a little bit off. But it does seem as though the forecast suggesting that we're going to get pretty good temps this afternoon as well. So maybe we'll see those guys strongest in yesterday's session start to take a step forward. Could that work to the advantage of Trackhouse? Could that work to the detriment of Jorge Martin, who looks so strong today with that slightly changed temperature? We'll have to wait and see. When it comes to the Ducatis, well, Fabio Di Giannantonio, once again, digging deep, is the man that everybody wants to rule out, but week in, week out, he's churning out the results when it matters most. He's there putting himself in place. Yes, I think questions have to be asked. Has he got the maximum so far this year from both sprints and Grand Prix when he's looked very good throughout the practice sessions? And he'll have to prove that again against a very competitive field later on today. But he's keeping himself in contention. He needed to bounce back from that double crash on Sunday in the Saxon Ring, and so far that is what he has done. Marc Marquez, we spoke with Davide Tardozzi during that session, and we're saying that he believes that he wants to try and get away from this weekend with as many points as possible, with 2 checkered flag finishes, with the ability to try and build his way into the second half of the year in the championship. And he also hinted at the fact that Marc, being as clever as he is, has got one eye on Aragon in a few weeks' time, where I think everybody feels that the situation might be slightly different to here. Marc, again, when he had to, conserved his energy yesterday, looked after his body yesterday, and then, bang, made the effort to get himself onto the second row of the grid. It was pole position for a few seconds before the Aprilias on their second run were able to find a step. Right, we're down at the bottom end of pit lane here. KTM, again, the leading light was Pedro Acosta, the only KTM, the only orange bike in Q2. Good job from him, as ever. Pedro and us have spoken at length about the fact that he doesn't have the package to be able to fight at the moment with the Ducatis and the Aprilias, but you've got to give him credit. Every weekend, every day, he's out there maximising what he has at his disposal. For Alex Marquez, for me, the big surprise, we were saying yesterday he was fast straight out of the gate in FP1 by topping that. Maybe struggled in the afternoon ever so slightly, he said because of his body, but I think there was an expectation that he would return this morning having slept overnight and was able to find that energy to compete with the Aprilias. But to be slowest, to be bottom of that magnificent 7 that are a step clear of everybody else, I think Alex is going to be pretty frustrated and potentially a feeling that he's left a little bit of lap time out on track, because coming through from the 3rd row of the grid against the competitors that he will have to do is going to be extremely tough. Alex, I'm sure, would have been thinking of a double podium this weekend. That, I feel, is going to be a huge ask now, given who's in front of him and the pace that they've been showing. But stranger things have happened. We'll head down in the direction of Ducati to try and get some kind of analysis, maybe from Michele Massini, or we could hopefully grab a word with Pablo Nieto after Digia's top performance once again. And if we're talking Ducati, then we have to touch on, well, the enigma that is Pecco Bagnaia. Well, where to start? Iker Lecuona, what a job from him to get through to Q2. But as a result, that means that Pecco Bagnaia was, I think we're going to lose Cal Crutch though. I haven't got the legs to be able to catch up with him on the scooter. Anyway, good news. if you're a MotoGP Video Pass subscriber or you watch MotoGP and you get the world feed coverage with myself, Matt Burt and Lewis Sotheby. Bit of an exclusive. I'll be chatting to Cal Crutchlow on the sprint grid in, about 2.5 hours' time. So you can look forward to that. But yeah, on Bagnaia, 18th on the grid, half a second slower than standing rider Iker Lecuona on the GP25. Where to begin? Tough day at the office for Pecco Bagnaia, who, yes, is still recovering from the surgery that he had in the summer break to resolve both a carpal tunnel and arm pump issue. But I don't think that's enough of an excuse to fully explain why he's struggled as much as he has this weekend. Marco Bezzecchi has underwent surgery. Marc Marquez is less than 100%. Alex Marquez is less than 100%. So, yeah, a real head-scratcher for Pecco Bagnaia. And obviously, coming through from 18th on the grid, has left himself a mountain to climb this weekend. You look at the top 7, it's all Ducatis, it's all Aprilias. You look at the front 4 rows of the grid, it's all Ducatis, it's all Aprilias. He is the anomaly so far this weekend. So I'm sure he will be working extremely hard to try and find some kind of an answer, some kind of a resolution going into the sprint and the Grand Prix. As I look up and down the paddock here, and I'm not seeing many options to chat with people. I see Matteo Filomeni here, crew chief to Frankie Morbidelli. Good job by Frankie as well. We should give credit where it's due. Fastest in Q1 and then was able to put in a pretty impressive lap time in Q2 as well to get himself inside the top 10. He felt that was possible yesterday. Pretty strong on race rhythm, Frankie, but felt that he made too many errors in his time attack. Was very confident. If I can tidy that up, if I can get the time attack right, I've got a chance of being inside the top 10, and that's exactly what he did. So fair play to Frankie. You see, Joan Mir, we're going to miss him as well. I tell you, I'm having no luck today and yesterday as well. Just often you just need to be in the right place at the right time. And that is a skill in itself, a skill that I am sadly missing at the moment. But since we've got Joan Mir, top Honda performer, did his work yesterday, risked everything, put everything on the line to get inside the top 10. A magnificent lap to be the fastest of the non-Italian bikes. And yeah, a bit of a session of survival for him, but to be inside the front 4 rows of the grid, job done. He was hoping maybe if things went his way, he could have battled to get inside the front 3 rows of the grid, but it will be 4th row for Joan Mir. Let's see what he can do leading the Honda charge. And since we're wrapping everything up, leading the Yamaha charge, Jack Miller, similar story. Job done yesterday, being inside the top 10. The first Yamaha rider all season to get automatic Q2 berths in back-to-back races. Jack may well be on his way out of MotoGP at the end of the year, but he's still got it. And he's proving everybody that he's still got it. Jack Miller, for me, I'm surprised. If I was a team manager, I'd have taken a punt on Jack. I'd have given him a 1-year deal. But anyway, that's just me. Probably why I'm holding a microphone instead of being a team manager. So yeah, great job by Jack. And with that, trying to see if I can get any reaction from Aprilia or Trackhouse. The answer seems to be no. Not the greatest day. So before I leave you, we haven't spoken to anybody. Let's catch up with some fans, shall we? See who the British fans are cheering for in the sprint later today. Remember, it is a slightly later start time, 4 o'clock local time here in Silverstone, at Silverstone, which means if you're in Europe, 2 hours later than normal, 5 o'clock local time, and you can adjust wherever you are in the world with that. But GMT +1 here in the UK, 4 o'clock start time, different to what it normally is. So don't get caught cold. Right, let's have a chat, shall we? Who looks like the biggest MotoGP fans here today? I'm trying to see someone. People are running away from the camera. People are not wanting to chat. Seems as though, clearly, I didn't put my aftershave on today, and people are running scared from me. Can we see any of our younger MotoGP fans? I don't know if I can, actually. What is going on here today? I'm having an absolute howler. Oh, here we go. Here's a young man down here with an 89 flag on. I'm not sure if he's actually going to be able to speak the language. Hello, how are you? All good? All good. Who are you supporting, guys?
Jorge Martin, of course.
Oh, yeah, that is obvious. Must be happy then.
Very happy, very happy. Paul, what else can we want?
And leading the championship.
Yeah.
Do you think he can do it this year?
Of course, definitely, 100%.
What are your names, guys?
My name is Thiago. He's Aaron.
Aaron,
Aaron.
nice
Yeah.
to meet you, Aaron. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good.
And who's the little man here?
He's Aaron as well.
Aaron as well. Oh, that's easy. Aaron, how are you?
Good.
Good. Oh, that's what I like to hear. And Jorge Martin, fastest today. Happy with that? Big thumbs up. Oh, that's what we like to hear. He's going to be supporting Jorge Martin later on today. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Miles.
Miles. Nice to meet you, Miles. First time at MotoGP?
Yeah.
It is first time. So
Yeah.
what do you make of it?
It's great. Love it.
Who are you supporting?
Mark Marquez.
Oh, do you think big job this afternoon from second row? Can he do it?
I hope he can.
Where are you going to watch the race?
Either the Farm Grandstand or the BRDC Club.
Oh, very nice. Two good options there. Well, give us your podium, actually. Come on, let's hear it. Put your colours to your mask. What's going to happen? Give us your 1, 2, 3.
Well, I think Jorge Martin, or however you
Yep, no, you got it perfect.
will come first.
Yep.
And then I hope Mark Marquez second.
Okay.
And then I think Brad Binder will come third.
Wow, I like that.
I don't know. It's
Well, I like it.
third.
Yep, it's going to be tight, but it could be a good race, that one. Anyway, nice to meet you, Miles. Hope you enjoy MotoGP.
Thank you.
There we go. Great to chat with Miles and some of our Jorge Martin fans as well. And with that, I wish you a fond farewell. Thank you for joining us on Inside the Paddock once again. No riders yesterday, no riders today. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'll make sure that I start to get back to work. We're back from the summer break. I'm finding my rhythm. It'll be back by Aragon. Don't you worry. Thanks to all the brilliant MotoGP fans here in the UK this weekend. Love chatting to all of you. As I always say, in upcoming events, if you are in the paddock, you do want to chat, you've got a story to tell, you want to cheer for someone, then come and tell us. And I'd love to hear from you. Right, as I said, don't forget, 4 p.m. local time, the sprint. Later than usual, don't miss it. Martin on pole, the World Championship leader, trying to extend that lead. It's going to be a cracker. Don't miss it.